Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a giant collection of trash. I literally, I think a couple of weeks ago, thought to myself oh, I have a second to film. What do I have in my empties bucket? And I was like, I don't have that much. I'll go ahead and save it. And then suddenly 2 weeks later, coming back from our family vacation in Maine, I now have a crap ton of items that I have used up. Before I dive into the different categories, you're probably gonna hear some background noise. Baby girl is just down there playing. We're at the point where naps don't really happen and she's very rambunctious. We're getting to that sitting up, definitely doing a lot of rolling, trying to crawl phase of her life. So we are just gonna roll with it, and I appreciate you putting up with it in the meantime. With that said, let me go ahead and jump into our first category, which will be nails. I have really honed in on trying to use up as many boxes of both Impress and Dashing Diva nails that I possibly can. The websites have been releasing really awesome collections and I keep finding myself making purchases, and I really want to stick to my rule of not ever having more than what can fit in one of my storage boxes. So I will start with the Impress nails that I have. I have 3 of each. So the first ones that I've got are the Bare But Better True Nude Nail Shades in Simple Pleasure. These basically are a nude collection they came out with. I think they came out with a light, medium, and deep. I could be making that up. It might just be light and deep. But they have these 2 very closely similar tones. To be honest, on the nails, it almost looked like I was a little bit unaware of the different tones I was putting on my nails. It wasn't necessarily too drastic from afar, but up close, it was a little bit questionable. Was it an accent? Was it not an accent? Where do we fall with this matter? So they're fine, but ones I wouldn't repurchase. I also have some that I didn't wear, won't wear. I had a free set of nails tossed into my cart based on my purchase on the Impress website. And I don't wear anything but their square nails, really. And these I think are oval nails. These are in Symphony. These are just too long for me. I don't like the shape of them, would not wear them, not going to keep them. And the last ones I wore are the Lavender Whisper. They were these really pretty blue with the white glitter accent. To be honest, I mostly just wore the blue nails. That was my preferred. I really loved the softness. They're very much a spring color, but I thought they were really nice to pair in the summer as well, so I really enjoyed these. Before we talk about my Dashing Diva nails, I have a nail glue. This is the Kiss Brush On Nail Glue. This is my holy grail. Although Dashing Diva and Impress nails come with the adhesive already on them, I'm really rough on my nails. I pick at these. I treat these almost as they're my actual fingernails, even though they're not. And so the glue really helps the longevity and durability of my nails, which is why I swear by it. Big fan. All right, on to Dashing Diva. I have 2 that came out last summer. They did a whole French manicure collection last summer. They had rainbow tips, metallic silver, metallic gold, and I went ham on all of them. The rainbow ones I ended up liking the least because I couldn't get a set of 20 that would work for a pattern, but I finally used up the silver and the gold. I have to say, I feel like the gold really works super well in the summer. I preferred it in the summer, and I have the silver ones on right now. They're nice, but they read to me more as Christmas. I would probably lose it if they ever came out with an emerald, a metallic emerald at Christmas time. Oh, that'd be stunning. These I think are pretty, and I do like the twist on the French manicure. I think it's really fun. I wish they had brought these back out. I probably would have bought more of them, but enjoy getting use out of them and very, very pleased with these. And the final ones from Dashing Diva are another set of blue nails. These had 2 different tones of blue, and then you can kind of see the accent nail was a merging of the 2. I thought these were really stunning, really pretty. I'm pretty sure these came out this spring. I very much enjoyed them. I went through very much a blue phase, and then I moved into other nails that were a bit more summery. Again, I'm just trying to use up ones that either I had already had one set pulled from, or ones that I felt like I wouldn't want to wear any other time of year but this time. So happy that I worked through 6 sets of nails. We will quickly breeze through makeup items. I only have 2, and they are both mascaras. First one is a tried and true loved. It's the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. I want to say it was last spring, like spring of 2021 or summer 2021, that Essence did a collaboration with Disney where they had the Disney princesses just on their different mascaras. Personally, I love that. I really like the pairing of taking products we already have in our collection and just like putting special packaging on them. That really works for me. I like that a lot. So I bought all of them and this is my favorite one. I think the wand of this mascara really works well for coating my lashes and really adding like thickness to them. I'm someone who doesn't necessarily struggle with length. I just like to have sort of almost like a clumpy thickened effect with my lashes, and this is perfect for that. I also really enjoyed the Maybelline The Colosso Curl Bounce Mascara. I do find myself enjoying Maybelline mascaras. This wand, I don't think really spoke to me. Like the curve of it, cool, whatever, but that actual layout of that wand, I saw it and I was like, ooh, I don't know. But I find that this also provides really nice thickness to my lashes, which I'm a big fan of. So I would definitely repurchase both of these and I do recommend. Third category we'll discuss is sort of like my miscellaneous household kind of category. We'll start with a laundry detergent. This is Porch Cookie Soap. It's the I'll Never Let Go. I think this is my second one in this scent, or I have one that I'm currently working on that is also this scent. I really like their laundry detergent. I'm not picky about the scent. I tend to go for whatever has the most product per price point or whatever one or ones are on sale. I made a purchase for a few of them all at once to kind of soften the blow of paying for shipping. So I don't need to buy any. This is from their Titanic collection. Scent was lovely. And if you're looking for an alternative to like Tide, I'd recommend this stuff. I don't feel like the scent really lingers on your clothes, but it definitely cleans your clothes. So I would keep buying it. I have a non-Bath & Body Works hand soap, super rare, I know. I decided to try from Ulta Beauty their scented foaming hand wash in Cashmere Quince. This was fine. I don't feel like the scent was as powerful as Bath & Body Works scents are, nor do I feel like it was as intensely foaming. Not bad by any means, certainly not as drying as Bath & Body Works are, but I'm not convinced to keep buying this. Lastly in the category are my Precision Tip Q-tips. These I use to clean up my under eye area after I apply my mascara. I do all of my eye makeup before I do my face makeup, and I find that since I don't apply mascara to my bottom lashes, I always tend to get a little bit of mascara in like the bottom overlap of my bottom lashes and top lashes that I have happening here. And then I tend to have like some kind of fallout from my eyeshadow or just some kind of messiness. So I just clean them up. I really appreciate these. They are not easy to come by in stores. I've tried what I feel like is every other brand's version of these, and I don't like them as much as I like these. I appreciate the softness of these and also the preciseness of the tip. I don't feel like both of those features exist on other brands, so I buy like a pack of 3 or 4 of these off of Amazon whenever I run out. Hair items are up next, and I've got a lot of them, surprisingly. I have 2 shampoos, both of which come from Porch Cookie Soap, neither of which I purchased. They came in Get What You Get bags. So the first one that I have is Do Go On. It's their Color Safe Liquid Shampoo. This is fine. I felt like it didn't really lather. Like I would squirt some into my hand and then I would have to like apply water to get kind of like a foam going. So I would definitely use something like this if it came in another Get What You Get bag or like a seasonal box, but I wouldn't go on the website and purchase it. I painfully forced myself to work through this god-awful product. This is their Time to Escape Volumizing Shampoo. I wasn't sure what to expect from this. I'm not someone who really struggles with volume. I have, wavy hair that just tends to just get away from me. And this stuff was basically a sea salt shampoo, but it had like no body to it. So I would go to scoop some out and like it didn't have any kind of hold. It would just sort of mush away in my hand, but the salt pieces wouldn't disintegrate. Like I couldn't really spread it. I don't even know why I forced myself to use it, but I did use it and it was awful every time. Like to the point where I would sometimes post like showering, towel drying my hair and like putting it up in a bun. I would like scratch my head and I would have like these big pieces of salt that I would thought were like, I don't know, scab or something. it just did not like this. I can understand why it wasn't a big seller. Like I would not buy this at all. And if it came my way again, I probably would try to get rid of it. I wouldn't try to use it because it was just a very unpleasant experience. Then I have a conditioner. It's the Garnier Whole Blends Smoothing Conditioner, Coconut Oil and Cocoa Butter Extracts. It's supposed to smooth and control frizzy hair, which is what drew me to it. I had coupons at CVS, so I just bought 2 of these and got them for like next to nothing. The scent is fine. The product is fine. It's hard for me to assess right now effectiveness of really any shampoo conditioner because I am still very much dealing with postpartum hair loss, and it's super scary how much hair I'm losing. I've always been a person who feels like they shed a lot of hair, but this is like handfuls and handfuls and handfuls of hair every time I shower. It's never been that bad before. Even when I like in the morning just rinse my hair to get it wet, like bend over and rinse it, it's still a lot of hair that's coming out of me. I don't know when it's gonna stop. I'm nearly 6 months postpartum and there's no end in sight. So this stuff is good, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's amazing. Gotta have more and more of it. I also have wave spray. It pains me every time I finish one of these up. This stuff is great. It's just very pricey and I go through it really fast. I am on the last one that I have. I'm trying to really space it out and use other things in between. Like right now I have a hair curling gel from Not Your Mother's. It's good, but it doesn't hold the curl as well. Like I feel like it's starting to sort of frizz out and lose a little bit of its curl factor because of the humidity in the air right now. This stuff, humidity, heat, all of it, it really locks your hair into place. So I do prefer it, but I just hate how pricey it is for how quickly I use it. Rounding this category off, I have what may not seem exciting, but is a super exciting empty. It's the Tresemme Keratin Smooth 7-Day Smooth System Heat Activated Treatment. This thing, I have had 2 of these in that like hair serum category of my hoarding closet for years. And they have sat around for 2 reasons. I didn't buy them. They used to, when I was big into Tresemme, when you would buy like their big tubs, they would have these like 2 big things and this would all come together for a really great price. So that's how I amassed both of them. And I've since stopped using Tresemme products. I don't really know why, but I have. And these have lingered because I didn't know what to do with them. So finally, when I was done with the hair oil that I had, I was like, why don't I bring this in and start using this as like the way I would use a hair oil. So I use it 2 ways. When I am trying to curl my hair, I find that I need to put in like a frizz taming type of cream, really more for my roots because I don't really curl the top part of my roots. I don't ever really always get spray up here. So that helped for that. And then I also would apply it like when I would shampoo my hair at night, and I was able to finally use this. I don't think I need to go out and buy it. I'm using the second one. It's slightly different format, but same principle that I'm using now. And I'm just very jazzed to have worked through an item like this in that category because those 2 categories, it's like serums and creams that I have for hair. I really don't think I've ever purchased anything from those categories. They came in like subscription boxes or as freebies like this one was, and I just haven't known what to do with them, and none of them have been so amazing I have to go out and buy them, but I'm happy that I worked through this. Let's go ahead and talk body care. So I have 2 more products from the Soul Body, which is a sister company of ColourPop. I have the Vanilla Dream Body Polish and the Sparkling Mimosa Body Polish. I feel similarly about these as I do with the body lotions. I like these products. I think they are a very nice scrub. I enjoyed the scents of these, but these don't have a whole lot of product. There's only 3 ounces in each one of them, which is why I went through them so quickly. And at the price that they cost, I would not be able to afford that lifestyle. Like, I think in this category, ColourPop seems reasonably priced, but when you get down to the nuts and bolts of frequency of usage, I would burn through these in less than a month. Like, I probably would be able to burn through these, and I think about it was like three, maybe 4 body scrubs of my body, and then they were gone. So unless they were on deep discount, which is how I first acquired these, I would not get these again. But if you're somebody who's not a goblin like me and you really like the scents that they're offering, maybe you want to splurge on it, but it's just not for me at the like regular. I think these are like, for 2 of them, $16. That's a lot, especially when Tree Hut gets you so much product, such a great scrub, and for a much more affordable price point. So just something to note about ColourPop. I have from Fortune Cookie soap their It's So Fluffy I'm Gonna Die exfoliating whipped soap. I like the scent of this. I like the whipped soap. I don't like the exfoliating property of it. Probably because I use whipped soap as a shaving cream and I felt like the little exfoliant beads or whatever they used in here, one, didn't really exfoliate, and two, just sort of like gunked up my razor as I was shaving. So I'm happy I worked through it, but I would not purchase the exfoliating whipped soap. I prefer them to keep them just as whipped soap sans exfoliant. I have a non-Bath & Body Works body wash. It's the Clean On Me Soap and Glory Creamy Moisture Shower Gel. So I don't know what it is, but Soap and Glory has arguably the most horrendous packaging when it comes to their shower gels, body washes, whatever you want to call them. The issue I had with this pump is it would pump out like a tiny, minute amount of product, and it wasn't like it lathered so amazingly that you didn't need that much. Oh, no. I would have to like pump and pump and pump and pump. And this one you guys haven't heard about, haven't seen it in a project, and that's because I keep a set of shampoo, conditioner, body wash, lotion in Maine, just at my parents' house. It makes it a lot easier packing wise, and we're there frequently enough that I can get through them up there. So I finally finished it off during our like 2.5 week stint that we did in the month of July. So I like the scent of it, but if I were to get this again, I would definitely repackage it because the pump sucks. I have a sunscreen. Surprisingly, I have not been blowing through sunscreens the way I normally do because I have not been spending a ton of time outside. Mostly because of baby girl. I can't put sunscreen on her until she's 6 months of age, and I have the world's palest baby. No one's surprised. So it's been very limiting how much sun time we've had, but I managed to finish off one that I had from last year. It's the Kula Classic Body Sunscreen in Guava Mango, which has SPF 50. I saw this on an end cap last summer at a TJ Maxx or a Marshall's, and I was intrigued by it because it was guava mango scented and it was a cooler product, very reasonably priced. This stuff is nice. It was very much like applying lotion, and it had a very pleasant smell. I don't know if I would say I'm the biggest fan of the scent, but it was definitely a nice break from like the typical classic sunscreen scent that you get. So if you're somebody who hates the smell of regular sunscreen and you want like a very lotion feeling type of sunscreen to help make it apply a little bit easier, which is what I like about sunscreens, definitely recommend this. I don't know if I would have bought it at its full price, but it definitely was a nice, luxurious sunscreen. Largest category that I've got to work with is my skincare category. I don't know how or why this happened. I feel like I had not too long ago had a relatively large roundup of skincare, and yet here I am again with more skincare to share with you. So I have two cleansers. First one that I have is one that I've repurchased multiple times and will keep repurchasing. I love it. It's the Kiehl's Rare Earth Deep Pore Daily Cleanser. This is, to me, a great shower cleanser. It is the best of both worlds. It's an exfoliant, but it's not too abrasive. It has clay in it. My skin responds super well to it as a daily cleanse. I am just somebody who has to switch on and off between my two cleansers, so I'll use something else and then I'll come back to this. The second face cleanser that I've used up is the Honest Beauty Magic Gel to Milk Cleanser with Rose Water. This was something else I purchased when I happened to be at a Walgreens, and they had most of their Honest Beauty clearance down to like $2. This claimed that you could use it as a wet or dry type of wash. So if you put it on dry, it would break down makeup. If you put it on wet, it would just be like a regular cleanser. I tried it as a cleansing balm. No go. Don't recommend, didn't do it. And then as a face wash, it was fine. It reminds me, better texture, but it's similar in its gentleness to the Good Molecules Rose Water Gel Cleanser I think I used up. It's something that I would go out of my way to buy, especially because I feel like I'm somebody who does better with a little bit of a more aggressive cleanser than this, but it was decent minus the fact that it's not taking off makeup. I use it as a nice like morning cleanser, but again, nothing that I would probably go out of my way to buy. I also have two serums that I just thought were fine. So I have my daytime and nighttime serum. So the daytime serum that I used up is from the Inculus. It's the hyaluronic acid, helps hydrate skin. I have to say, I don't think I love the packaging of this. I felt like it gunked up in here just because I was constantly trying to squeeze, and I'd either squeeze too much or squeeze too little. Like, I feel like the vehicle of the packaging could be a little bit better. Granted, this stuff is very inexpensive, which I appreciate, but it wasn't anything magical and the packaging wasn't amazing, so I don't think I would buy this again. And then I have the Great Barrier Reef from Crave Beauty. This is something for a long time I've heard Hiram talk about on his channel, and I wanted to give it a try because I was at the tail end of my pregnancy and I was really experiencing dryness / I was struggling to find skincare that was pregnancy safe, and I'm somebody who can't go back to back with anything that is not a moisturizer. My skin adapts to it really fast and it stops being effective. So I decided to give this a whirl because it was pregnancy safe. The packaging of this is very bizarre. There's actually a little sack inside here that they specifically tell you not to unscrew this, that it will mess up the packaging. And I feel like the sack, like you can see in here, it looks empty, but it's because the little bag that the product is in just sort of like shrinks up. So it's hard to fully know when you're gonna be done with this, which I don't love. And the product itself was fine. I think this is pricey for what it is, and I don't know if I necessarily feel like I have to have it in my routine, but it was decent at the time. Similarly, while we're on the topic of Crave Beauty, I also bought their Oat So Simple Water Cream. They describe this as a basic lightweight moisturizer. I use this at night. I don't think it's lightweight. I think this is really meant for someone who has drier skin. It was good for me at the time because, again, during pregnancy, my entire face to toes were very dry, drier than I'm ever accustomed to. So this worked out for me, but as I was working through the end of it, I definitely felt like it was a little bit rich for the climate that I live in. If you're somebody who has really dry skin and you want a very like basic clean type of ingredient list, this might be good for you. But I wasn't so wowed by the brand that I was like, gotta go back for more, I wanna try it. I think I prefer Good Molecules over this brand. I think that they are very similar in their concepts, but I think Good Molecules is much better priced for what it is. I have my eye cream of life. This is the Belief Moisturizing Eye Balm. I don't really need this time of year. This is really meant for the fall, winter, but once I open it, I want to get it used up. This stuff is amazing. It's so expensive, and if I didn't have the driest Sahara under eyes on the planet, I probably wouldn't shell out the bucks for this, but I tend to buy it when Sephora is running a 15% off VIB sale, and that's when I pick it up. I do think it's great for its purpose, and I can basically get through, like, I think I get by with one a year, which makes it hurt a little bit less on the wallet because the rest of the year, like this time of year, I can kind of use a less intense under eye cream and I can still get good moisturization. I also have a cleansing balm. This is the second in the little trio I purchased at Christmas time from Pharmacy. It's the Green Clean Makeup Meltaway Cleansing Balm. This is in strawberry basil. I mean, scent-wise, they don't really, like, it has a scent to it, but I couldn't really smell it when it was on my face. I'll say the same thing I said last time. I think Pharmacy creates a lovely texture. It breaks down my makeup. It doesn't sting my eyes, doesn't leave residue on my contacts. It checks off a lot of boxes, but it's pricey. And I don't think it is leaps and bounds better than the one I love from Vanilla. I think it's very similar to Vanilla, and I think Vanilla has a better price point, so I probably wouldn't buy this again, whether it's in a trio or whether it is just a standalone product from Pharmacy, because I don't think I need to buy the price point of this, but it is a nice, effective cleansing balm. To end the largest category, I have these. These came in a Face Story box. These are the Cactus Toner Pads from Yada. I brought these when I went to Maine. I thought it would be easier than bringing the like glass bottle toner that I currently have open at my house. What I didn't understand about these until I cracked open to them is that there were 2 pads in each one of them. I don't know why, because the instructions don't say you need to use 2 pads to be able to do the job. So I was basically opening this on one-time use and would basically just pull out one and wipe it on my face. It says it cleanses, exfoliates, and moisturizes. I don't get down with all that. I've used it as just a toner. I think it's really just a toner. And then the second one I would leave in the plastic like packaging, and the next day I would thankfully be able to get enough moisturization out of it. But it seems like a packaging flaw to have put 2 of these in here. These are a fine bonus item in the face story box. I'm glad I used them. It definitely takes out an unnecessary lump of packaging in my hoarding closet, but I wasn't amazed by these, wouldn't buy them. Final category is mom items. I have 2 breastfeeding-esque items to share with you. First one I've had before, I have a second one. It's the Earth Mama Organic Nipple Butter. This stuff, in my opinion, is great if you are breastfeeding. I think that some people will say you could probably just use coconut oil, but in my experience, coconut oil that I've used like to cook with, it always solidifies in my kitchen, and I have a really hard time like getting it to break down into like a balm-esque texture. This I don't have that problem with. It led to me not having any cracked nipples, any issues at all. Love this stuff. However, I'm becoming much more of a pumping gal, and I recently purchased and went through this thanks to a late night Instagram ad. It's from Legendary Milk. It's their pumping spray. They have like branding very similar to the balm, which I love. You can go ahead and see it. Again, I think it's mostly coconut oil with a few other ingredients, but it is a lubricant for your flanges. You just spray them. It's amazing. I actually, once I finished this, purchased 2 of the larger bottles that they sell. One sits in my pumping bag and one sits on my nightstand where I do most of my pumping. So both of these I would definitely recommend. Have already repurchased. It's the second one I've used of these. I already have 2 more of these going right now. Like, these are great holy grail if you were on any kind of breastfeeding journey where there is a substance coming out of your body to feed another human. I recommend these 2 products. All right, there you have it. A ton of things I have worked through. It feels really good to have a nice empties bucket to recollect items in. And as I always say, thank you so much for supporting my channel. It's a really sporadic transitional time that I am going through. So the fact that you're here watching means so much to me. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope to talk to you in the next video real soon.